Hey guys, it's Trisha with Upcycled Stuff, back with day 11 of the 12 days of upcycled Christmas ornaments. That means you have just 2 days left to enter the 5K giveaway and win all of the ornaments that I'm making during this holiday event. So today I'm going to show you how I made this glittery junk angel from a cork and a wire whisk. And believe me, the wire whisk had seen better days. So let's get started with some of the supplies that you're going to need. You'll need a wire whisk, and I picked this one up at a thrift store. It is pretty rusty, and I've picked up several at thrift stores, so you should be able to find some there. Also, you'll need a cork, either synthetic or a real cork. And then you'll need something to cut that with. I'm just using a non-serrated kitchen knife. You'll need a wire cutter, a fine line Sharpie, some glitter, school glue, just regular white glue will do, a piece of ribbon, and this is actually left over from a garment, craft wire, and a hot glue gun. You also might find it helpful to have a small, like this is a metal file, but I'm going to use it for poking holes. So first thing we're going to do is slice, just pick one of your corks, it doesn't matter which kind you use. We're going to make a slice about 3/4 of an inch. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this is going to be for the face of the angel. You might want to do this on a cutting board. And then once you have that cut, we can start poking our wings, which are going to be part of the wire whisk. Just cut those pieces off, bend them all into shape. And then we're going to take those ends and just poke them into place on the side of the angel's head. So first I'm going to poke it to get the hole started. And if it's too hard for you to do, if your wire whisk isn't as heavy duty as mine, you can use that little pokey tool. And then once your holes are made, you can pull that back out and add a little bit of hot glue to the end of each of your wires and stick them back into the holes. And don't worry too much about the glue mess at the bottom of the wire. We'll use a hairdryer later to fix that up. These are actually not the wings that I'm making. Sorry about that, guys. This is the dress. So using the hairdryer to melt down some of that excess glue. And then the wings I'm going to glue to the back of the head. So I've just put a pile of glue on the back of the cork, and I'm just holding it into place while it dries. Now we'll just add some white glue to the wings and sprinkle on some gold glitter. And I'm just letting it kind of gloop on there. So we'll set that aside to dry, and while that's drying we can make the halo. So grab a piece of your craft wire. Doesn't have to be very big at all. Use your wire snips and cut it off, even that's too big, but we'll make it work. Then you can shape your halo by bending the end of your wire around something round, a Sharpie or a pencil, depending on how big you need it. So just wrap that around until you make a complete circle around the Sharpie. And then once you have a complete circle, bend your wire up 90 degrees to form the stand for the halo. And then just snip off the excess with your wire snips. And now I'm just going to put my halo in the glue and glitter mess that I just made, just to coat it with some fun glittery Christmasness. Is that a word? It is now. Anyway, I'm going to use my pokey tool, my file, to poke a hole in the top of the angel's head because that wire, that crafting wire, is not strong enough to hold up to it. So then you can just stick it in the hole, and I would suggest using either hot glue or even some E6000. And then we can draw a little face on her, and I'm not a face drawer, so I'm going to keep it really simple and make some closed angel eyes, put a couple of little lashes on it, and then leave it alone. But you guys can get as creative here as you want. And then we can finish the dress doing the same thing as we did with the wings, adding a bunch of glue, some glitter, making sure there's plenty on the back, and then setting it aside to dry. Once it's all dry, I'm going to add a ribbon just to show a differentiation between the dress and the wings, because right now it just looks like I don't know what. So, but before we do that, I do want to tell you that I did put some crystal clear enamel over the entire thing just to help keep that glitter from falling away. And like I said, I did use E6000 in the halo section just to keep it in there good and tight. So back to our little string. Like I was saying before, this string is one that I got from inside of a woman's garment. You know those little strings they sew in to keep them on the hangers in the store? Yep, I keep all those too. So they come in handy. Anyway, you're just going to squeeze this little thing in between the dress and the wings. Tie a bow, and I'm adding glue all along the way so it doesn't come undone. And then you have a pretty little angel. And there she is. Then you just have to add a string and put her on your tree. Y'all, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow for the last day of our upcycled Christmas event.